To pass grades back from Schoology to Infinite Campus, you need to start in Schoology with some assignments created in your gradebook. Click on the Infinite Campus app. If it asks you to authorize, just click Approve. So here you can see all your Schoology assignments in this section. If any of them have an error listed, hover over it to view the error. Most commonly, the error will be that the assignment needs a category. Assignments can't sync to Infinite Campus if they don't have a category in Schoology. So if you want this assignment to sync, head to the gradebook. There's a couple different ways to add a category, but for our purposes, the easiest way is to click the 3 dots in the top right and select Bulk Edit. Then just click the drop-down to add the category to any assignments you want to sync. Notice that we're leaving the due dates blank. We'll come back to that. Once you're done, click Save Changes, then click back to the course home and select the Infinite Campus app again. So now I don't have any errors, and if I'm ready to sync, I just have to click the Sync Changes button. This is going to take everything listed here and put it into Infinite Campus for me. If there's something I don't want to include, I can just click the individual buttons to sync the ones that I want. But it's probably better to remove the category from anything I don't want so I don't sync it accidentally. It might take quite a while for everything to sync, especially if you have a lot of assignments. You can leave the page open and go do something else if you want. Now it says successful, so that's good. If I hover over the sync icon now, it tells me that the assignment was given a due date of the last date of the term. This is because we left the due date blank before. Just something to be aware of. So now let's see what it looks like in Infinite Campus. Head to your gradebook and select the same section as you were working with in Schoology. Now we have this new button, Uncategorized Assignments. So even though you must have a category to sync assignments from Schoology, the category itself doesn't actually copy over yet. So you still have to put these assignments into a category in Infinite Campus. The categories don't have to match, and you only have to do this one time for each assignment that you pass back. After the initial setup, you can just pass back the scores and grades to the synced assignments. So click the Uncategorized Assignment button, and you'll have to give each assignment a grading task. This is a high school teacher, so I'm going to select Semester Grade and use the Fill Down button to add to all the assignments. Then I'm going to assign the category I want to each assignment. If they were all in the same category, I could fill that down as well. I'm happy with that, so hit Save All. Click OK, click Close. Now the assignments appear in the gradebook alongside the other items I already had in there. But they aren't all together because this gradebook is organized by category, so they're split up into the different categories I put them in. But you can tell that these are the ones I passed back because they all have due dates at the end of the semester. Now only one of these assignments had grades in it in Schoology, this one. And you can see those grades came over. Now that they've synced, any changes you want to make to these scores must be made in Schoology. If you change them here in IC, but then click the Sync Changes button in Schoology, it will overwrite any changes you made here. So once the assignments are synced, always update the scores in Schoology only. This goes for things like due dates as well. Remember, these assignments were given a due date of the last day of the term because they didn't have a due date assigned in Schoology. But if you were to change the due date here in Infinite Campus, whenever you sync changes in Schoology, that date will get overwritten. So you want to make sure you give them an accurate due date in Schoology, then sync them to Infinite Campus. This teacher actually already had this assignment entered in her IC gradebook over here. So these two assignments are actually the same, but neither Infinite Campus nor Schoology has any way of knowing that that's the case. So if she wants to keep things consistent, she needs to delete this assignment since it's the one that's not synced with Schoology. It's perfectly fine if you have assignments in Infinite Campus that aren't in Schoology, like these ones. Just keep in mind, this means that the final grade calculated for the course in Schoology will be different from what's in Infinite Campus, and you'll have to explain to parents and students why that's the case.